My bill redefines what child abuse is in Pennsylvania to be something that most people would expect to be child abuse. Let me give you a simple example. Starvation of a child currently is not child abuse. So even if you have the means to pay for food, if you don't feed your kid, that's not child abuse. Well, that's absurd. Taking a cigarette and intentionally burning your child will be child abuse in Pennsylvania. So we're not trying to stop people from to engaging in corporal punishment where appropriate, but it has to be appropriate to the acts and the discipline. The package of bills is designed to create an overall network for safety, which would include, if you want to challenge a finding, that there's a legal procedure to do so that is timely and responsive, that if you end up on a registry of child abuse offenders, that there is a method to get off if you can prove that either there's new evidence in it and the original case was wrong, or in the case where you've been a really good person and changed your life around and the like. So it's a sensible way to try and deal with some of the problems that both the Sandusky case raises, and more importantly, from just the simple child deaths. I got into this originally because of a little girl named Portia Bennett 8 years ago who died. Nobody really knows who she is. What we found out was the entire system fell down, whether it be the school district, the local police department. Nobody did what they should do. And since Portia Bennett, there have been 500 children in protective services that have died. So we either help these children and fix the circumstance, or we allow it to continue. I say we got to fix it. It'll go to the House floor hopefully next week. Hopefully it does not get amended, because we've worked hard with all the interest groups to make sure that the verbiage is exactly the way it needs to be. Move it to the Senate and then on to the governor's desk for signing. With respect to mandated reporters, there's a portion of this bill that will identify exactly who is a mandated reporter, provide educational opportunities for them to understand what it is that they're supposed to report and when. There'll be a real educational piece to this, but we'll clear up some of the distinctions so that, for instance, if you're a teacher and you see child abuse, you'll need to report it both to the child line, the hotline, and also to the administrator. What we had in the educational environment, sometimes you reported it to your supervisor, who then just ignored it, as in the Sandusky case. So this will resolve that confusion, and it has to go to the hotline so that the local children and youth office can follow up. Really what we're trying to do is identify troubled circumstances early and then provide services to help solve those problems. So it's a very complicated set of bills, but very noteworthy and necessary to get to where we need to be to protect children.